Yes, y'all. Welcome to episode number 127 of the Klyph Notes podcast. This is another crossover type situation with the Fitness is a Habit brand. I had a chance to sit and chop it up with a cat who I've known for a minute. And the conversation was deep, man. We get an opportunity to talk about his most recent project, What Are You Afraid Of? And we recorded this live on location, literally on the property where he was influenced so much through his music career to a great degree where it really all started for him. So we talk about music, we talk about life, we talk about family, and we talk about just how those things influence how he moves. Dope conversation on episode number 127 of the Klyph Notes podcast with Portland rapper and engineer, family man, Mat Randol. Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Akepele Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Akepele, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out akepele.com. That's AKEPELE.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show you're about to listen to may contain explicit content. So guess what? You need to put them babies to sleep. This is for grown folks only. So we're not held liable for anything you might be offended by. Thank you for listening.
Yes, y'all. So we back. It's another crossover episode of the Klyph Notes podcast and Fitness is a Habit. It's nuts because I really didn't anticipate that it was gonna transition this fast, but have an opportunity to have this conversation with a cat who I've known for a minute, and the story is, as we've talked more and more, preparing to do the interview, I'm like, nah, man, this is definitely gonna be a crossover situation, man. My guy Mat Randol.
Yes,
What's
sir.
good with you, bruh?
Feels good to be back talking to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Stop
Dope.
it. Yo,
dope.
So first off, man, I've been purposefully just checking in with folk. I'm realizing it's probably gonna be something I do for a while, just because coming out of 2020, it was a crazy year. We're gonna get into it was even more crazy potentially than the average person for you, man.
Right.
Just off top, bro, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm good. We put out the album August 6th, What Are You Afraid Of?
Yeah.
Out now. If you haven't heard it, go check that out. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot happier these days, trying to get healthier. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Maybe eating too good. Got to get right. But other than that, we good, man. We good. Thank you. How you good?
Yeah, look, bro, I'm good. I mean, opportunities like this, to keep it 100, they help me. You know what I'm saying? They help me with my mental. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, man. It's only right every time this time comes around. I got to link with big homie.
That's what's up.
You already know.
That's what's up. So our journey, our relationship, really, it starts with music, right? It starts with the local Portland music scene.
Right.
I mean, that's how we connected. And it's funny, bro, you've actually been realizing how long you've been making music in the city. You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, long time, man.
Yeah.
Long time, yeah.
Yeah, your first album was...
Man, I used to go by Chose, which is a funny rap name.
Yeah.
So I put out 3 mixtapes back in high school and stuff like that, but my first album was Alignment in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I say me as an artist really kind of started with that.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so we're in 2021. You dropped the latest solo project. What Are You Afraid Of?
Yeah.
The title of that project. It's a very interesting title.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a question. It's also a statement. But why did you pick that as a title for this project?
Man, it's funny because I just did an album with YoungShirtMayne. Shout out Shirty, wherever you are, sir. And that was a question too. It was called Why Are You Like This? So it's it's funny how that worked out. But it was What Are You Afraid Of is essentially like me asking myself that, you know, I think we all come to a point where we need to ask ourselves, you know, if we're about to get to another level, you know, and I feel like I'm ascending to another level in life, not just music. It's like a question that I need to ask myself before I take that next jump. You know what I'm saying? So like with each project, from Alignment to Libero to Art of Allowing to all those EPs I did in 2019 to Why You Like This till now, is like, it's just a constant jump and constant growth. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to keep trending upward, so to speak.
That's what's up, B. So we got to talk a little bit about the project that you did with YoungShirtMayne. We can talk more about it.
I'll talk about what I'm here, bro. We can talk.
You released that one earlier in 2021.
Yeah.
Listen through it. Definitely. I mean, both projects are nice. Definitely got some joints. I feel like the YoungShirtMayne project was cool. It was more a little bit more lighthearted, a lot more fun.
Yeah, he was having fun. You know, he ended up living with me for a little bit, so I was just like, bro, this the time.
Oh,
and
word.
So yeah, the whole thing was just, we was lit. Way
No
lit.
doubt. No doubt.
It's like, why are you like this? So way lit. We was just like having a ball during quarantine. You know what I'm saying? And we made some shit that, you know, feel like it's one of the better albums that come from the city.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I think in that, I mean, I would imagine to be able to use your creative outlet during that time had to be great for your mental, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a situation at the same time. Like the reason why we out here, if people wondering like why we around some like structures and stuff, I'm actually back where it all started for me, man. It's this Calhoun Ave, everything I talked about. So basically, you know, we lost the house, tore the house down, so now they building up something new here. But I felt like it was dope for me to kind of like, you was like, yo, where should we shoot this? And I was like, bro, it'd be dope to kind of like go where it all began.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just going through that situation with my family, trying to find them somewhere else to live, it was a great, I don't want to say distraction, but like it was a great outlet for me to work with Shirt. Shirt was always trying to cheer me up.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And he says that he's responsible for how I'm rapping right now. Like he taking all the credit.
Yeah.
He was just like, nah, man, I got you into some other shit.
Yeah.
Which ended up helping my artistry a lot more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a lot more open with myself, and I'm just having a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, from that, I guess I was working on What Are You Afraid Of at the same time. Whenever he wasn't around or something, I was just working on solo stuff because I've always had my own studio.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had like 6 songs, and then I threw this little birthday party in April for Why You Like This.
Yeah.
And Stu was there. Solomon, by the way, shout out to you, bro. We decided like, yo, you should executive produce my album. Threw me like 4 joints.
Yeah.
And we kind of put those together, and that became the album.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it just happened quick. You know, I'm creating quicker now,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is dope and more free. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's there's a line that you say, I don't remember which song it is, but there's a line that you say on Why Are You Afraid, or What Are You Afraid Of?
see, Why Are You Afraid?
Yeah.
Boom, Why Are You Afraid is fire.
Exactly. That's part 2. You know?
No, we got it. This one and done.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. But you say you turn your, I'm gonna misquote it, you turn your pain into art.
Yeah, let's see. Where's a good place to start? Take my pain, make it art.
Yeah.
So basically it's like me taking what I go through and yeah, just putting it into my music, because that's the best way for me to express it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I speak to someone or something, I might like not articulate it as best, you know, so that's why I put it in my music, and I think that's the best way for me to do it.
No doubt.
Most times.
No doubt. And so when people get an opportunity to listen to this album, they're going to really get to hear this story. So let's talk about this a little bit, man. So
right.
As you mentioned, for people who are watching, you can see where we're at. For people who are listening, we're on the property where you grew up.
Yeah.
And you shared that we're on the property where really like your art began in terms of writing and then recording. When you and I first met, I was trying to remember, you were engineering.
Right, out of here.
Yeah, like on this spot, right?
Yeah.
There's the house that you grew up in is no longer here.
Right.
And earlier in, was it 2020 or was it 2019 when the transition here really began to happen?
2020.
2020.
Yeah, it was May 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Like, I heard about what was going on, so we sprung to action. It took, like, I guess we had to decide that September it was like kind of like a lost cause, so we had to sell the property, and then they demolished it back in March of this year. So now they're it's August, and they're creating what the next phase for this property is.
Yeah.
It hurt to lose it because I really wanted to like be able to fix up the house
right.
so they could remain there,
Yeah.
in better conditions, and then hopefully, take over the house, pass it down to Knox. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that, I wanted to try to start something generational,
Right.
but ultimately it didn't work out that way. But for all the better. My parents are in a good situation living in an assisted living facility where they're getting help around the clock, and that's what they needed. And yeah, it just worked out for everyone.
But I want to go a little bit more into detail, though, B. So
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
situation was your folk were living here,
Right,
and they were
right.
living in a situation that wasn't healthy for them,
Right.
and they you understood that, and you stepped in
Yeah.
and did something that's really challenging for all of us. I was sharing with you, man. You get to this place in life where you see the roles reverse,
Right.
where the people who cared for you, the people who took care of you, the people who made the important life decisions for you,
Right.
like that role was reversed, and you heard that their situation wasn't healthy, and you stepped in and you saw that, like, it was kind of scary, actually, the
Yeah.
situation that they were living in.
Right. Oh yeah. Like just getting the call, like hearing like rodents is in the house. You know what I'm saying? And like just like at a crazy rate. So automatically I was like, we gotta step in. Me and my cousin Rachel. Like without her helping me, it was just us at first. And it became bigger for where my friends wanted to come help, or I had to go Facebook route. I went on Facebook, said something about it. Then I made like this little video about what was going on, and that kind of like went viral for a second, and created like a GoFundMe to help pay my grandma back for what she spent to try and get her yard. Like this was all blackberries, bro. Like this was all like a jungle. You know what I'm saying, back here. So just having to, what are you afraid of, again, is like me being scared to admit what was going on. I hid that a lot. A lot of people wouldn't have known that I grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's very common. 90% of someone in their family has someone that hoards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it happens. It happens with loss. My grandfather passed away when I was 14 years old, and that, like, he had Alzheimer's before that. So my whole life, it went from they were taking care of him for the first 10 years, whatever, my life, lose him. And then like from there, it just happens. You just want to hold on to everything,
Yeah.
So like, I think that's what was going on. And then my mom felt powerless in a situation to where she didn't want to piss off her mom, but she's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So, I just had to, for me, I felt powerless too in it when you're in it. So I worked so hard to get out of it to where I could come back and help. You know what I'm saying? It took a while, but like ultimately it all worked out. I did everything I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so finally closing this chapter and moving on in life is a good feeling.
That's crazy, bro. The bruh, I mean, it's so heavy, bro. When you think about the impact that had to have on you mentally to see your family in that situation,
Right.
to take on that leadership role, but then to put your business out there, bro, and to have to ask people for help,
bro. That's the hardest part.
I mean, that's how I learned about it. I saw that you reached out and said, look, this is the situation I'm in, and the community showed out for you, bro.
Big time.
That's gotta feel good.
Oh man, big time. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Randall Wyatt, to Koya. She helped organize the cleanup crew September 5th last year, so it's coming up on a year since we like did that big clean.
Yeah.
Shout out to every single person that came through, that helped me out. I don't want to like just try and go name everybody because there's too many people. So like, I just thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? The people that were in this neighborhood that cared about my mom and grandma. We lived here for like 29 years. From the time I was 3 years old till last year when we lost the house. So people know my grandma, you know what I'm saying? She's synonymous with St. John. She's born the same day that St. John's Bridge was dedicated.
Wow.
So, like, people know her, you know what I'm saying, synonymous with that. That's why I represent that so much. It's not as much me repping St. John's as much as it rep my grandma, too, because, like, they're hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I you know, I'm so proud to be where I'm from and being able to make a difference. And, like, you know, it's crazy to think I really saved my family's life, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, just that responsibility of they took care of me, you know, and the roles reversed, and it's kind of like I didn't realize how heavy it was. I'm hitting up Medicaid, and you know what I'm saying, I'm like advocating, you know, and it's crazy how the system is messed up for older people. So like I started seeing the ins and outs of that, and during COVID, you know what I'm saying? So like they got approved for a place in December but couldn't move in until February because of COVID. You know, people got sick in there, so they had to wait until the coast was clear. So it was just like it was a lot, man. And at the same time, I'm making the best music of my life, though.
That's crazy.
And I got my first place. My son got his own room. So like a lot of things was going on for me to be like, man, it's crazy. So that's why I'm in such a space right now where I'm creating this stuff. You know, I'm just making the best stuff every time I get in the studio. So
you know, it's funny, bro. So I have this perspective, and I don't know, man. That's sort of how I move. I so believe that everything is perspective, right?
Yeah.
But stories that you've shared, you know, coming back to you starting to create your own art here, being in a place where you're recording and then people get to know you for recording.
Yeah.
And so people are hitting you up to record their stuff. I mean, you had your studio,
bro,
and you talked about like you were known for that guy, like
yeah,
yo Matt, can you record me?
Bro, you know what's crazy is that like for a while there, my house was like the place to go over big studios. You know what I'm saying? Like people was going, like you guys are engineers, like it's crazy. Like they'd come to me for some reason. Maybe, I don't know if it was because I was charging less, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew they're walking into this situation where it's like, it's all fucked up and dirty. You see these two white women in the living room and you're just saying hello. You walk by and you walk to the back and it's like a totally different, I created like a totally different space back there, man. And it was all about just getting to work. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was a business for me, legit. You know, I was able to make a steady income there for a minute when I was just recording nonstop, you know, because that was before I was a parent or anything. So that's all I was doing all day, every night.
But then it's crazy, bro. So you're that member of the community where you're providing that service for other artists,
right?
And you really, being an artist yourself, you really understood like what that was about, and so you could actually do more than just record people. You could give people advice and suggestions and recommendations, and so you became that person in your community, right? And now you look at the situation that you're in, and now again you're able to do that, right? The next person who finds their family in a situation like that, let me hit up Matt because I know he went through it. And, and again, you're that person in the community, in your community of peers, and you know, people who are older than you or younger than you can look to you and say, hey, can you give me some? I mean, that's serious,
invaluable.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you don't think about it, but it's just like, for me, it's just what I do. It's instinctual. You know what I'm saying? Like I love helping people. My grandma's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have much, but she'll give up whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a family up the street from here, they lost their house. My grandma's like, yeah, you could just move, live in our backyard, build, like set up something for you to be here till you get on your feet, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? Like you just help your people if you can help somebody, then that's what I want to do. So you know, just being able to be I guess like a resource in the community for music, or any advice you have, I put myself out there in a way, like, you know, it helps me. At the same time, I know it could help somebody else. So, you know, that's just who I am, man.
That's so dope.
Yeah, thank you. Dope. I appreciate that, bro.
So then you making that statement makes me think about to a certain degree how you're known as an artist, how you're known as a MC.
Right.
When we listen to your music, it is very personal.
Yeah.
It is very, like, you're very open in the stories that you share, and it's funny, B. So what you said Klyph said about
Oh yeah. Mike Cave, shout out to bro. He hit me on Twitter and he was just saying like he said something about vulnerability is my superpower, and I was like, yo, that's crazy because it's like I don't know, that's how I know to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like when you get close to me, get to know me, you start to learn what I came from and what I went through, where I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like with this album and stuff was like it was for me like to really put that on a whole nother level. Now that it's out there, you know what I'm saying, I gotta stand on that and also like find a way for it to help someone else, because I'm sure there's so many other people that grew up in bad situations or might not even have had a house to live in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to have people feel sorry for me that I grew up like that, you know, because I was thankful to have something that I still found a way to become a decent person. I feel like, you know, even though I live like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people don't have that, I guess, that mental strength sometimes. You know, I knew a lot of people that they were on point and they lost their way, you know what I'm saying, over time. And I got family members that just, you know, that kind of lost their way over some situations. And this was a situation that I went through that could have like really had me going on several different paths that weren't good for me. So I just glad that I rose above all that, you know what I'm saying? So like that's my biggest thing is like, man, I made it in a way. You know?
But I mean, and that I really want to elevate that thought. Like, big ups to you, bro, for taking that approach. And like you said, everybody's situation is a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
But you chose to take a path that along the way, not just, oh, I made it through, so now let me try to be in a position to be a light.
Right.
Like, along the way, you were doing that, working on being a light, working on providing opportunities. I mean, you're an MC, and we know that as an MC, you use your talent and your art to really help manage some stuff, right? But you're also providing relief for some people, because the art that you make can be that escape for someone else. So even in the art that you make, you've chosen to do it in such a way that it can help people just kind of manage their day-to-day, a little bit of escapism for some people, man. And I just think, I think that deserves to be highlighted, because some people don't choose to go that route with their art. Some people choose to accentuate the negative, and you've chosen to not do that. So big ups to you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean, for choosing to go that way.
Yeah, music's my escape, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dope to. I feel like I'm finally at a place with my stuff, with my, I guess, my ability where I could get lost in it. You know, I'm saying a lot of things that cover a lot of ground now in my verses and stuff. So. Yeah, man, it feels good.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up. So one of the other things that's interesting to me, and I mean, I try to pay attention, but you know, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know.
Right.
On What Are You Afraid Of? I mean, you mentioned I didn't realize that there's some negativity that's been pointed towards you. I guess there's an artist, like people trying to come at you as an artist. And I don't think, I mean, that's what it sounded like in the record, man.
No.
I didn't, you know, that's not what I think about it when I think of you.
Oh, no. I mean, you, I don't know. I guess you feel a way, you know what I'm saying? You feel like I'm motivated, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't think people are coming at me. I haven't heard it. If there is, like, you know, it's just more of me just being hard on myself to get to a point where I want to be better, you know what I'm saying? So What Are You Afraid Of is me just really breaking down myself, you know. I'm holding myself back. My biggest competition is me. So yeah, sometimes I guess it can come off as that, like, where it's like, whoa, who you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't got no problems with nobody, man. I'm just keeping it positive, bro.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Up. So you talk about What Are You Afraid Of as being
they're going crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like we literally out here. We literally out here.
That's dirt bikes.
They
be out here dirt bikes. Yeah, it's crazy.
You talk about this record as being a part of a bigger story.
Right.
Was that the intention? Like when you recorded the first project, was there this thought of I want this to be a story? Or did that just happen organically?
Bro, I'm so happy you asked that, because I feel like I didn't do a good enough job to make sure that they're all aligned like that, you know. Just to kind of take it back, I got this idea. I was reading this book called Asking Is Given, and there's this chapter, it says something about rediscover your art of allowing. So I seen Art of Allowing first, and this was in 2013.
Okay.
Art of Allowing didn't come out till 2018. So it was one of those things where I seen Art of Allowing and I was like, bro, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I was reading about what it means. It's basically like the steps you take before the law of attraction. People think that you could just kind of ask for something like for real and it's given essentially, but you have to do this practice first. You know what I'm saying? So like my whole thing was just hopefully just aligning my steps, you know what I mean? So to speak. And that's why I came with alignment first. So have you seen those graphs where you have the big idea circled in the middle and then you have all those branches off of it?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at these projects. So alignment was 2015, even though, like I said, I knew Art of Allowing was something I wanted to do. So I was like, all right, alignment was about me putting it out there, putting all my stuff out there. I'm talking about this, you know, a little bit back then. So I've always kind of spoke about how I grew up and how I was raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it's just this song on track 5, We'll Figure It Out. I'm talking about getting my parents out the house, and I promised them that I would. So it's kind of dope. All these years I've been able to do that. So I'm talking about that. I'm talking about being a father for the first time. I purposely waited until my son was born, until I like finished that project and put it out. Because I wanted to know what it's like to, you know, I feel like my music was missing something, but that my son like brought that energy that I was missing. So talking about struggles that me and his mom was going through, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her because we're good now, we're great friends now. So like I'm talking about all of this throughout my projects and my journey, and I wanted it to sound like a journey. I didn't want to sound like my first project sounded perfect. I didn't want it to sound like that. I wanted it to sound like, okay, this is raw emotion. That's why people still tell me they fuck with that to this day, which is crazy to even think about. You know, people still liking my music from back then, you know? So that's why I feel like I wanted all these projects to kind of go together, you know what I'm saying? So alignment, Libero 2016, Libero means free. So I was freeing myself from what I was talking about on alignment, but also at the same time, that's when like the Sandra Bland thing happened. Like so much in 2016, the police brutality was crazy. So I was like kind of being more political. No one ever really heard me talk about that. And that was early on, you know what I'm saying, before everything that we've been going through with George Floyd and everything. But you know, so I was just really speaking my thoughts and my piece on that. And I did that project totally produced by Snugsworth. So we did that, and then I took 2017 off pretty much to kind of get my thoughts together. Things went crazy that year, and I decided, all right, I'm about to start on Art of Allowing right now. And so, yeah, it went from, I think, like September 2017, I got it done, like maybe August 2018, put it out September. So that was that album, you know, and that was my first album. So I just wanted it to be everything that I was working for with the first two projects. You know, it was cool. You know, like I'm my biggest critic. I could go back and listen, and I'm like, there's some things I probably shouldn't have done that. But, you know, that's what your first album is, though, essentially. So I wanted that experience, too, of having, like, some misfires, in my opinion. You know, there are some strong songs like Built, you know, Built actually... Shout out Golden. I always got shout out Golden because he be shouting me out all the time too. So shout out my bro Golden Beats. That song made me feel like I could actually start performing, because before I was scared as hell to perform. Like I was like, how am I a rapper and I'm scared to perform, bro? So what are you afraid of? That's another thing. Like even though I felt like I finally broke that down before COVID happened, I was performing a lot, you know. And even to be honest, at Mic Check.
Yeah.
When it was me, Brookfield, Deuce, and I think Klyph came out, and like someone else was there too. I forget, but I was scared. I was low-key scared then because I knew Dame came through, Dame Lillard. and that was right after he made the shot too.
Yeah.
Against OKC. It was funny. So like I didn't see Dame when I did my part. I seen him later, but I was like fucked up because, you know, I thought this was a big deal. Mic Check was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I remember you know, Star Child was like, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to Star Child. Like that was a big deal. I felt kind of nervous because, like, bro, I used to hear Star Child on your FM dial on the radio, underground style. You know what I'm saying? So like I was kind of nervous, like I knew people was there, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like fumbled a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that. I was like, I went back like, damn, why did I? That's one show I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I wish I could get that moment back. But you know, it was just, all this is like the part of that journey, you know what I'm saying? And I think back about all that vividly, and you know, I put that into this album. But I gotta say that in 2019, I did those 4 EPs, and that was when I really kind of started a work ethic of being constant with it, you know, because before I was a notorious slow writer, you know, in my opinion. And I remember I just was like, it was like Thanksgiving 2018, like after I just dropped AOA and I was feeling good, and I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to do 4 projects, I'm about to go crazy, you know, boom, I didn't have nothing done. I was flexing. I was like, yo, yeah, I'm about to do this. And then I was like, all right, well, now I got to do it because I don't want to be. I did, but it was cool because like I was doing that as I went too. So it was like my whole journey with music is like do this as you go. But I set out a whole year for me to put out 4 different bodies of work. It started with Calhoun. That's why it's dope. We're back here right now. I had to do the Calhoun EP, produced by Elliot. Second one was Aries, produced by Nappy Notes. That was like 4 songs. I think first one was 5. Second one was 4. The third one, Say What You Feel, it was like 3 songs. Produced by Kiel and Dart. Shout out to them. They produced for Westside Boogie and a lot of people. And then I did the Stress Project. Yeah. And that's when we spoke. You know what I'm saying? I did with Besus, Harvey Bird, Sir Nye. You know, we did that, and that was like a dope experience, and that just made me want to perform more too, because like what better than to perform with live instrumentation? You know, that's something I've always wanted to do, and that's what I hope to do with my next album, is like where it's all live instruments. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. Yeah.
So we back at it with the homie Mat Randol. So transitions happen. You know, we talked about the transition that happened here, and you've been able to have such a positive impact on the family situation. You've been a dad for a minute, and that's one of the things that you speak on the album too, which is crazy, bro. Like and that has to. I mean, that has to. We see how that influences and impacts how you move. I mean, you speak specifically on the influence of your son that he has on your art, man. Yeah, he on the album too. Well, and that's not the first project that he's been. Nah, he was on. Yeah, he was. I had him on Art of Allowing too. Yeah, which was dope. And I didn't even tell him what to say. I was like, here, go talk. And then he said the stuff he said. I was like, damn, like it's crazy. He's like, Daddy, I love you, Daddy, I'm proud of you. Or Dave's like, Art of Allowing. I couldn't say Art of Allowing, Art of Allowing. Yeah. So Knox, man, he's the center of my world, man. That's what started everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to make a record called When It All Started. Yeah. And like he was on there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. That's so dope. Dude. Yeah, you know he's a good kid, man. He's about to be 7 in November, which is crazy. Like, can't believe I've been a dad almost 7 years now. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a teenager before you know it, B. Bro, I know, man. You already act like one. That's a problem. Like, it's just, man, it's annoying. Like, he started getting bougie when he got his own room. Right. Yeah. So, but when you consider the things that you've like. How have you managed your mental health? Like early on, like when we first started recording, you talked about like just trying to be healthy. But how do you manage your mental health with all of these experiences that you've had, man? Because I would imagine that's got to be the hardest part. Bro, that's a loaded question. Like I don't even know if I'm doing a good job, man. I'm just kind of like I have this. I don't know. It's crazy because I'm always trying to find a way to learn how to do it. Every day is a way for me to learn how to manage it. But I think I do it by knowing what I stand for, knowing what I have, you know what I'm saying, just the ability, the support, great friends. Shout out to Brill who's filming this, you know what I'm saying, that's my brother. So like, you know, I got great brothers, great sisters around me, great community, great everything, you know. I'm starting to like not be so sad all the goddamn time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's funny
when I thought of What Are You Afraid Of, I felt like everybody's like, oh, here this motherfucker go. He's sad again. You know what I'm saying? This fool gonna say some sad shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's always gonna be a part of like the journey of like where it came from. You know, like heroism on the album like feels like, oh, this man getting emo and stuff. But it's like, nah, I need to tell those stories. And I guess it's just like the work inspires me. You know what I'm saying? It makes me stay busy so I'm not like stuck in that headspace of just being sad and alone and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's why like just making sure I go to the studio every week, you know, or just working hard at work and everything, just putting up my all and everything that kind of keeps my mental right, you know, so I'm not just kind of stuck in a negative space, you know.
But I think that's important to point out, though, you know, because I think oftentimes people who are on the outside looking in who don't necessarily have that perspective, they may not see the importance and the value of you diving into your art that way, right?
Right.
And so that people on the outside understand, like, no, that helps. That's important to help keep you balanced. I think we all have to find ways to manage our mental health, especially in the times in which we're living, right? I mean, it's late August 2021 in Portland, Oregon, and right downtown, like it's going down, and that's not something. Even though we may not be there physically, it has an impact on us.
Oh yeah.
And so oftentimes people will try to guide us or make suggestions, and the things that we look at doing as an artist, as an artist, as a creative. If people stand in the way of that, it really can have a negative impact on how we move through our lives.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you sharing that, so that hopefully people can understand that, people can respect that. And let me just say this to you, B, in terms of the art that you make. I think that sometimes people will make I don't even know if I should say this because it sounds judgmental, and I don't mean it to sound judgmental, but sometimes it feels like people make art that people may look at being emotional just because that's the thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And the records that you make don't feel that way to me. The records that you make, they feel more like storytelling. Yeah. Which I think is I think that's a whole different situation.
Facts.
You know, when and we all love, well, two things. One, I think we all love hearing stories, but two, and most importantly, it's a part of our culture. Right, it's a part of the culture of African Americans. It's the part of the culture of this art form that we love, hip hop. It is storytelling.
Oh yeah.
And I think that your records do a great job of carrying that forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I take the art form serious, man. Like, you know, I remember just falling in love with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing what it was. And at first, you just kind of looking at the flash aspect of it. Like the first time I really seen it was California Love. I seen the video, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Like this is what it is to be like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just see like the grandiose side of it, but then like once you start hearing who it is, you're like, all right, Tupac. So then you go look up Tupac, and back then we didn't have. Can just look on the internet to go find him. So you
research.
Exactly. So like it was just like you see him everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And then you start listening to his content and just see that Pac was so much more than like this gangster persona that they portrayed of him, you know what I'm saying? Then from there I seen like Notorious B.I.G., you know what I'm saying? Like that was Biggie was big for me on storytelling. Like I love storytelling because of Big, like the way he told stories. And I found out about Nas. Nas is my favorite rapper. I get compared to him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people are great at that. Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, all these guys are great at telling stories. So, like, you know, that's where I see myself. Like, I got to tell these stories because someone's got to tell it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's great to be able to have constant inspiration to dig deep and tell those stories, you know, with alignment of what I'll say. And what I've always wanted to say in the interview was, I thought that was going to be my one and only project because I thought I was going to get so deep that I was like, what is my next album going to be about? I don't know why. Like I had this weird thing in my mind where I was like, oh man, that's it. So then I was like, all right, well, yep, this is it. I'm about to go hard.
Snap, bro.
And like, yeah, so I was really thinking that was going to be it.
That's crazy. That's a crazy concept.
Yeah.
To think about when I see where you are now.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All the art that you've created now.
It's so crazy. I never thought I'd be able to do it. I thought I was just gonna give it all on one project and that was it. You know, I thought I was gonna do like some Miseducation, Lauryn Hill stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like just get it all off and then be done. But life is the best subject matter, bro.
Word up.
And that's what I live by.
Word up.
Life is the best subject matter.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad that you didn't stop there.
I'm glad too. Like I'm glad too because you know, like people from like they've told me that my music helps them, and someone told me it saved their life. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how do you?
It's heavy. That's
heavy, bro. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So, like, you know, it just inspired me. Like, there's this dude from Maryland. I have this song on Alignment called Ominous Optimist, and this dude, his Instagram name is Ominous Optimist.
Wow.
And like, I seen that, and I was like, I had to like message him. I was like, bro, that's crazy, man. Like, he was like, yeah. Why do you think I have my name Ominous Optimist? Is because of you. And then he wrote this like long thing as to telling me how my music was like so like big. So like it's crazy. I tapped back in with him and sent him my new album, you know what I'm saying? Because like we've kind of kept close, you know. I stay in touch with everybody that like has told me that they rock with my music, bro. Like I've always been someone that does that me and you connection. Like I've got that with everyone. I feel like you know, my listeners hopefully are like see that I really care and appreciate that they tell me these things, listen to my music, support me. Like, you know, that's unparalleled, man, and I appreciate it so much. So he was just saying like, yeah, man, this is like you're back on that bullshit, so to speak, I guess. Like I just feel like I've been trying to make something better than Alignment, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happens sometimes. You make a project that I feel like means so much to people that you're like trying to outdo that. So every time every time I do something, I'm trying to outdo what I did. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is like another level.
And I think that's important. I mean, I think that it's important that we grow, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to just stay. If you don't grow, I think there's a problem with that, right?
Facts.
I think we have to always strive to do better. I think we always have to strive to gain knowledge so that we can be wiser. So that we can impact the world and our communities around us even more. So big ups to you for having that perspective.
Thanks, man. I'm trying to, bro. I'm just getting a lot of perspective, man.
Word up.
I'm getting a lot of perspective lately, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you like we're here once again, man. Shout out to Brill, Northwest
big
Productions.
Northeast
Productions. Northeast Productions.
Yeah, it's big NEP, Northeast Portland. Come on.
Okay, my bad.
Talk about it. It's all good. No worries, Klyph. It's all good, Klyph. I got it. I got you.
You continue to surround yourself with like people who you've rocked with forever. And, I think
still the same people, bro. I still rock with the same people. Like the same dude has done all my album covers. Shout out Rob Lewis. Like it's important. There's little layers, bro, that are part of this that I have to highlight. Is like he's done all my album covers. My boy Matt Hayes has done my visuals for the albums. You know, like I keep that consistency, and like along the way I've built with people like Brill and like Milk and Selah and Mal London, Manny Monday, Shirty, everybody. Like, and they just kind of come along with me, and I still love to rock with them because they keep inspiring me to be dope. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I love making music with them, and hopefully they like making music with me. Y'all don't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. No, I'm saying, it's just a great thing, man. We're doing this thing called Home Team, you know what I'm saying? And like that just was just by people being together, we just all like support each other and really value each other's opinions and talent and everything. So I'm working on that right now, and that's exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like
so Home Team's a new collective of artists coming together.
Yeah.
And
watch out.
Touching on everything, obviously.
The
video piece, the audio piece. And then just supporting
self-sufficient
your movement.
We're like a little society, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I just love bringing the best people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing about me, and anyone, if they ever said that I was like hard to work with or like don't like working with the best or trying to put myself in a position where I'm sparring with the best of the best out here, then that they telling you a lie, bro. Because like I love that. I love it. Like it makes me go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I love rapping with Milk. Cause like every time I do a song with Milk, I'm like, Milk got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm not just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, oh, man, it's milking. And, yeah, like, Matt, he cool. Yeah. Nah, you gonna hear, like, we going crazy. Iron like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I got, like, you know, like, with Brill, I love when Brill raps because, like, I got him on my album on a song called Say About Me. Yeah. And, like, when I heard it, I was like, yeah, this is bro. And I only did like an 8-bar verse. Because, like, he spazzed so crazy, and the way it was set up was like, that's dope, though. I love that. I wanted him to do everything he did, and then I was like, yep, let me just add my little piece. I had the hook on there, so I'm, you know, I'm represented on my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But I love hearing people shine. You know, I love when people, like, because I think I'm setting this precedent where, like, you get on a song with me, you give me your best shit, right? And because I'm about to give you my best shit, and I love doing features. You know what I'm saying? Like having Boogie on the song was dope because I've been listening to him for a minute. Yeah. And, like, he didn't give me no bullshit. Like, he gave me a fire verse. You know what I'm saying? Stu gave me fire. Solomon gave me fire beats. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gave me fire beats. Everyone gave me the verses that I needed, and they fit with the concept of the album. So, like, all around, man, it was like a team effort. It's not just me, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's my album and my ideas or whatnot, like, from my perspective, but, like, everybody came and they heard what I was doing, and they just added what you know, they could put their fears into it, you know what I'm saying, and put their talent and their effort into it, and it's just made this album everything that I wanted to be and more.
That's what's up, bro. Well, you know, when we were talking and we plan to do this interview, it just made sense, B. You know, my foundation with you has been through music, through the local Portland hip hop scene, right? And excited to be able to sit down and you know, the Klyph Notes platform has always been about creating just that, a platform to allow artists to tell more of the story, right? Like, you tell the story through your art, but to be able to hear the stories behind the story, that's what the foundation of Klyph Notes has been since jump. Sir. And it's also been a platform for people who maybe aren't just artists, but people who are, you know, community advocators or just making a positive impact. And when the more we started talking, man, the more I thought, like, I'd like to have this be a part of the crossover between Klyph Notes and Fitness is a Habit, because the story is not, the story is so much more in terms of the impact that you have had on people who are not connected to the music community necessarily. Whoa. You know, whether it be your family or, like I said, how'd he get you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I might got stung by a bee. That been fire.
We gonna check and make sure that
I was like, did I get stung by a bee? Check.
We out here in nature. Once again, we really out here. Yeah, man. So I was just saying that, you know, I feel like the story is so much deeper, and I wanted to have it be a part of the crossover with Fitness is a Habit, because Fitness is a Habit is about physical, mental, and spiritual wellness. I mean, it's about the whole, for me, it's about the whole person, right? And so we've talked about the mental part of what you do in terms of creating art. You mentioned earlier, like, you trying to be a little bit more healthy. So what you doing for your physical?
Man, trying to work out again. I gained a lot of weight during quarantine, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. I've never been this, like, heavy, which is funny because I still appear skinny, but, like, you know. So yeah, just trying to eat better, trying to, like you say, I got to do these mental breaks, and, you know, like, just learning, like, because I'm getting into my 30s now, so I got to, like, things are different. Things are slowing down.
Bruh,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't even know, but wait till you be my age.
I know, really that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to, like, learn these habits now, so like, by the time I do get to that age, you know what I'm saying, that I'll be in a good shape. I want to be one of them, like, older cats that's healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like Nike track suits and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when my son brings, like, you know what I'm saying, like, brings friends around, like, okay, his pops is on it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I ain't trying to be on the couch. I ain't trying to be like no Al Bundy sitting on the couch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be right. So yeah, that's, you know, and like, yeah, like you said, that mental health is a very big part of fitness, is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's really what it is, clearing my mental and get my physical right.
Word up. And then, you know, you touch on it throughout your art, in terms of your spiritual belief. And I mean, full disclosure, bro, for me, spirituality early on, for so much of my life, I associated it with religion. But as I've gotten older and I understand that spirituality is so much more than that, and in my opinion, from my
Yeah.
perspective, the things that you have done, the lives that you have impacted, is one of the greatest examples of spirituality
Right.
that we can see. You know, another phrase that I try to live my life by is louder than words, because it's
Right.
really easy to say, oh, I want to do this thing or I'm going to do this thing, but you've shown louder than words that you put those things into practice. So
Yeah.
is it fair to say that that's just an example of your spiritual walk?
Definitely, man. Like I actually like have a record on my album called Spiritual Warfare,
Yeah.
and it's like and that the meaning behind that. At first, I was gonna call it Almighty, cause like I just was like I felt like I'm more spiritual. I wouldn't say I was I guess baptized in an Episcopalian church,
Okay.
so like that's like kind of close to Catholics in a way, so like that was instilled in me early on. But what I noticed as I got older, like it wasn't more really about me going to church or anything like that. I kind of didn't like align with everything that Episcopalians, I guess, are about. But like I definitely have a belief in a higher power, you know what I'm saying? Like there's definitely someone like ordering my steps, and I got people upstairs pulling strings for me, you know what I'm saying? My pop's grandfather, who I lost, my cousin Lex, who like I speak about a lot, you know what I'm saying? Derek, man, Michael Johnson, so many people that like I've lost, and I feel like they're up there and they're like guiding me, you know what I'm saying? I really feel that's what it is. So like when I say spiritual warfare, is like sometimes I battle with it, because when things happen and they don't make sense, you a lot of times you question like, why God, why me, you know what I'm saying? So like I felt like that record was big for me to do, because like yeah, we struggle with our spiritual beliefs, and sometimes it's just hard to be motivated to continue on and live a life that you live, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes like you want to just go and hit a quick lick or something to get some paper, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or just do something that might not be good. So like spiritual warfare is like me fighting with myself to stay on that right path. I got to be here for people, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
yeah, definitely have I feel real spiritual when it comes to like having a belief that there's a higher power that's controlling my life and helping me go through and carry on.
That's what's up, bro. And that's, I appreciate that so much, because the idea for me about the fitness, as I said, it's we think of fitness, we always just think of the physical, but it is more than that. But the thing that you said there,
it is.
that's why I say fitness is a habit, because it is habitual. It is staying with it. It is keeping focus to continue to work on those things. And
Yep.
and you've talked about how your son is that motivated for you, but obviously your family is, and your friends are, your extended family. And
Yep.
so I just want to say thank you, bro, for being so vulnerable with your art, but then also here today, just really kind of letting us in and seeing the benefits of living a full life, man, and a life outside of yourself, allowing us all in, man. So big ups to you for your vulnerability, and
Sure.
and thank you, man. Thank you for who you are.
Yeah, hey man, that's love, man. I'm glad that we had this opportunity to come back here and film this here. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for Brill being able to film this, grateful for you to be here and have this conversation. And yeah, I'm thankful for myself for not giving up. You know what I'm saying? And I hope this lives forever and inspires somebody to want to get to it, and someone that been on the brink of like losing it all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like see my life flash before my eyes a couple times, like so it's just dope to be here and share my story, man. That's what this whole rollout, if you want to talk about rollout for albums and whatnot, it's just like, I need to speak on that journey that got me here, because this is all a journey, and we got like one step left. I'm gonna do this last album, and I don't know what's gonna happen after that, but we gonna get there. But I'm working.
Exactly.
You always gotta leave a little Easter egg, something.
Exactly.
We always working though. Home team, no, that's what we on.
No doubt. So
Yeah.
if people want to tap in, bro, if people really want to be an active part of the journey, obviously the most direct way that people can do that right now is go listen to the album. It's available everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? As long Google me, man. I'm everywhere, bro. Google me, man. But now Bandcamp. As I really appreciate people that have been purchasing our album on Bandcamp. That's the best way I feel like to support artists. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the first Friday of every month. So, if you wanted to wait till September to listen to the album, so first Friday, go ahead, purchase that. So yeah, listen to the album. Follow me on Instagram, Mat Randol. It's either Mat Randol MBG or Mat Randol, one of the two. You'll find me as long as you spell it right. So, yeah, that's it.
That's what's up, V.
Yeah.
So once again, bro, I appreciate you doing this, man. For real. And just
I appreciate
really looking
you.
forward to the rest of the journey with you, man.
Hey, man, I was like, bro, I got to talk to Klyph. Every time I do something, we got to sit down and speak on it. So,
word up.
Come on, man.
Absolutely,
It's dope that you've been a part of the journey, bro. Thank you.
So, I appreciate it, B. So that's it, man. That's another episode of the crossover, Klyph Notes and Fitness is a Habit. Thank y'all so much for tapping in.
Yeah.
Klyph Notes podcast is available everywhere that you listen to audio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, like literally everywhere you listen to audio. You can tap into the Fitness is a Habit podcast on Spotify, I don't know, man. Just Google me.
Everywhere.
Just Google me.
Google Klyph, bro. DJ Klyph. Spell it right.
DJKlyph.com, man.
Yeah.
DJ Klyph. There's links to everything right there. In terms of the Klyph Notes podcast, man, big ups to Akepele Apparel. I'm rocking Akepele Apparel gear right now. They've been continuous supporters of the podcast for so long. Check them out. akepele.com. Look for the next pop-up. Just dope gear that you can check them out. And for both the Klyph Notes podcast and the Fitness is a Habit podcast, big ups to my guy, Theory Hazit, for creating such dope
Theory, shout out, big bro.
One of the dopest to do it out there, man.
Period.
So once again, man, tap in DJ Klyph everywhere. DJ Klyph, my guy Mat Randol.
Yeah.
Of course, Northeast Productions, my guy Brill in the building.
We
Thank
in the
y'all
north
so much.
though.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I love you until we have an opportunity to do this again. Y'all be blessed.
And that
Peace.
damn B, you almost got me. Fuck you. I'm out. Mic drop.